remember being here 4 years ago, shaking my head, and 4 years later we're back and have an opportunity to come here and win it, and have a number 8. Kenny Pickett in the house is something special, but we got 120 football players in that locker room that did it all together. Kids made a lot of plays today, and it's a tribute to the hard work they put in. We had a great week of practice and came out today and played really well, so I couldn't be prouder of the football team. So I'll open it up with questions there.
To our left, front row.
Hey, Coach. I think it was their final 13 possessions. They didn't score. What can you tell us what you did defensively to stem the tide after they scored 3 touchdowns to open the game?
Just little tweaks and adjustments. We didn't play any, different defense than we did in the first 3 drives that were touchdowns, I believe. But that's just kind of how we rolled. If you talk to some of the local guys, it's kind of how we rolled all year is make our adjustments, get comfortable in the game and see what they're doing. And as soon as we know what they're doing, then we get a beat on exactly what they're doing. And again, our defensive line starts up front with our defensive line making plays, and our coaches did an outstanding job, on offense and defense. Mark Whipple, offensively with Randy Bates and Andre Powell, special teams coordinator, just did a great job coaching and adjusting to what they're doing.
Kenny, Dan Marino had the fake spike. Some are saying that you had the fake slide. Can you walk us through that touchdown? Was that intentional at all?
Yeah, it was intentional. I just kind of started slowing down and pulling up, getting ready to slide. And I just kind of saw their body language, just they pulled up as well. So, I really don't know. I've never done that before. So I just kind of kept going after I was initially starting to slide.
Pat, 3 years ago I asked you after we lost to Clemson about the direction of your program. Is there any fear that I asked you about the direction of your program tonight?
Well, I guess we're ACC champions. It's something we break down all off season from last year. When we ended the season going through winter workouts and going through spring ball, through summer conditioning with Coach Stacchiotti, who does an outstanding job as well. Getting our guys trained and ready to go. I guess it's pretty good right now, Jerry. Again, we still have room for improvement. We're going to have to replace Kenny Pickett and in the future, but our program's where it needs to be. I think we've done a great job recruiting and continuing to insulate our football team with great players. And we got 7 guys drafted a year ago, the most in the ACC, and we got some more guys still coming. We got 4 guys going to the Senior Bowl, and we've got some good football players.
For both of you guys, what was it like having that kind of crowd and that kind of support follow you down from Pittsburgh?
Kenny?
Yeah, very special. Just grateful for the fans for my entire career. Just my time, the chance to say thank you to them and everyone who supported us. And this was the goal that we've been chasing since I walked through the doors in 2017. So it's an unbelievable feeling to go out there and accomplish that.
It's unbelievable. It's something that just really hit me. We at the end we sang our fight song in the locker room, and then Kenny said ACC champs on 3, and it was kind of like, wow, we've said that so many times. That's been the goal for 7 years. And how many times have we said ACC champs? Let's break down on ACC champs. And today, when we broke down, it was like, wow, we are ACC champs. So it means a bunch. Our fans were unbelievable. They were unbelievable all year. They showed up in Charlotte, and they're going to show up wherever we go next.
Pat, when Wake kept going after your secondary, a lot of one-on-one shots, deep shots, and especially from the second quarter on, they shut it down. What can you say about their effort, their work throughout the year to put on a performance like this against a team that had the 3rd most points scored in the country?
Yeah, again, started off a little slow, but they continued to believe in what they were doing, and again, once we found out what they were doing, how they were doing it, they bowed up, and we played some great coverage. Our guys made plays on the ball. I think we shook them up a little bit in the backfield. Got him a little antsy because he did get hit a few times, and I think I think everybody's got to play until they get hit. And Hartman's a heck of a football player. He's a great quarterback, and our defense did a good job shutting him down.
Kenny, the curtain call, Pat calls a timeout, you get a standing up. What was that moment specifically like?
Yeah, it's unbelievably special. It's been a long road. It hasn't been this my entire career. To battle through the adversities early on and to end it off, finish off like this, it's unbelievable. Really, I don't have too many words for it.
Second row. Kenny, you said this is why you came back to win this championship. What does it mean to do it with a group of guys that has been here with you for so long, this senior class?
Yeah, I mean, the 2016 class, there's a lot of guys still here, and I enrolled in early, so I was here a semester after, they got here, and then, the 2017 class that I came in and standing on the stage with Dez, Cal, and Cam, Damari, all the guys up front, Gabe, Card, Owen, we all came in, this was the goal, and like Coach said, we worked so hard for this, and we broke down on ACC Champ so many times in workouts, and that's been the main focus. So to say you're going to do something, go out and do it, it's very special.
Middle of the room.
Kenny, kind of go along with that question right there. When you decided to come back for one more year, in your wildest dreams, did you ever think you would have the kind of season that you had, and that your team would have the season they had?
Honestly, yes. That was why I came back, and I've felt that strong about myself and what I could do, and on top of that, the team and the talent that we had coming back. So this was absolutely everything that I had envisioned, and just to say, like I said, to say you're going to do something, go out and do it. It's a really special thing.
Back of the room.
Coach, it seemed like a lot of your pressure and success came on defending third down. How much of that was an emphasis throughout the weekend, and kind of as the game went on, how much did that kind of lead to your success today?
Well, I mean, if you put on the third down reel of tape on Wake Forest offensively, Hartman and that, I think there were 6th in the country in third down offense. I think we were 7th in the country defensively. So it was a big challenge coming in. I mean, you watch third and medium and third and long, and it's like Hartman didn't miss, and he didn't miss early either. But our kids hung in there. We made a lot of plays on defense today. I mean, third down. I don't know what the percentages were, but I would imagine we won money down. That was, again, certainly one of our keys to victory to winning this football game. We had to get off the field on third down, and really for the last 3 quarters of the game, we had to be probably 75% win on that down, and made some big plays on the ball.
We'll stay in the back of the room.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Diane
Pitt.
Marche from the
Pitt.
Pittsburgh Courier here out of Pitt. So excited and happy for you. And I know you're trying to savor the team victory tonight, but I just wanted to ask Kenny about the whole Heisman, of your name being among those. I remember Coach Narduzzi, you mentioned it at the Georgia Tech game about his name circulating. So I just want to know how he feels about that.
Yeah, it's a special thing. It hasn't been done here in a long time. So it's, to have your name, being next to that award and talks of you going to New York City and that being close to home, it's special. It's a team award. I think I've improved, yes, but you look at this team, we've improved so much. I'm so grateful for every single guy in that room and the hard work that we all put in together. So I think it speaks for everybody.
Back of the room.
And Coach, you talked about when you guys broke it down in the locker room, you said ACC champs, and you're just kind of digesting that right now. At the end of this journey, 7 years to get here, did you think about that? What does it really mean to you?
It means everything, man. That's what you work for every day, is to get to this point. If we'd have, won a couple more, and who knows where we'll end up being next week, but our kids, believed. We talk about faith and belief, and these guys love each other in that locker room. We talk about all the time about doing it together, and this is the most unselfish football team I've been around. And I think Kenny would vouch for that. Just nobody cares who gets the credit. Nobody's worried about Heisman's. They're just worried about winning the next game. And our mantra's been all year, just be 1-0. And it wasn't about winning this game to be champions today. It was about winning, that one game, getting to number 11. We want to get to number 12. I think there's been only 3 other teams in history, in Pittsburgh history, that have won 11 football games. There's been one to win 12 in the unfinished business to get back to 1976 when we won 12, and we expect to do that in another month.
Coach, you're the first Coastal Division team to win the ACC Championship since 2010. Given how much turnover we're seeing in the Coastal Division right now, how good are you feeling about your ability to sustain success beyond this year?
It's always a work in progress. It's not easy. It's not easy to get where we got today. There's going to be a lot of hard work in the future. I'm just going to try to relax and try to enjoy the moment right now, and we'll worry about that in another month. But we got one more game to go. We're not finished yet. I feel pretty good. Regardless of the change in different in different schools in the Coastal. They're going to bring great coaches in, and they got great players too. It's hard to get to this point. It's hard to win 11 football games. I think the ACC conference is one of the best in the country, and I see the commissioner up there. Jim Phillips is the absolute best. We got the best commissioner in the country. I love that guy, and the ACC is going big, and it's only going to get better under his leadership.
Second row.
This could go for either of you. I know you guys usually give a 24-hour rule to enjoy the game, but with no game looming necessarily yet, how long are you guys going to take to enjoy this one?
Kenny.
Yeah, I think this one, we'll get a few more hours for this one. It's a special game to walk off the field a champion and accomplish everything you've worked for. So we're going to definitely enjoy it.
We got at least a week. I think next Saturday we'll have a little bowl practice. It'll be a bowl practice for the young guys, like Kenny, just kind of wear a t-shirt and I come out in his hat right here, looking pretty. And we'll develop some of our guys and start working towards the future early, get our guys fresh, get them healthy, and get ready for one more.
Kenny, I guess on that bowl practice and everything, is tonight your last game at Pitt, or are you playing in a bowl game?
I plan on playing.
We'll take 2 more questions. Front row.
Kenny, all season long, when you were breaking this guy's record, breaking that guy's record, you always told us, like, I'm not worried about that, I'm not worried about accolades, I'm worried about ACC Championship. You're here. What's that like for you now? Like, are you even starting to allow yourself to be like, wow, I really just did that, we really just did that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going home this week, and I'll be able to be with my family and kind of just take a deep breath and look back on. I've been so focused on what we've been doing, and really haven't gotten a chance to sit back and take it all in. I told myself after we hoisted the trophy up, I'd be able to do that with my family and just really enjoy, and that means the world to me to be able to do that.
We'll take 2 more, and I know who you are. Second row.
Pat, Eric Hallett plays a difficult position in your defense. Gets picked on a good bit. What's it mean to see him respond to have the kind of game he did tonight?
We really missed Damar Hamlin a year ago, who's playing with the Bills, and I think Eric Howell continued to get better every single game. And again, you mentioned it, he's got one of the toughest positions on the team, playing that free safety position. And losing Damar, I thought he was excellent, one of the best to play that position that I've been around for many years, playing a lot of off-man coverage, and he just continued to get better. Corey Sanders did a great job coaching him up and tutoring him through the year, and playing with a lot of confidence and making plays. I'm glad he didn't get a taunting on that pick six. He was looking back. I was a little worried about him, like, just score, just get in the end zone. But I couldn't be more proud of Eric Howell.
Last question.
Hey, Coach, I just want to ask a follow-up on the fake slide. Dave Clawson was asked about it, and he said, it was a great play, an illegal play, but he said it's something that the NCAA, he thinks the NCAA should look at, because defensive backs are, taught to let up on if they see a quarterback start to slide. I was just wondering, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, first of all, if it was intentional and, if you really did that, you've never seen him do that. I think it was called instincts in a heck of a football play by Kenny Pickett. I mean, he started to slide, he drug his foot, and then I think the guys were still, 10 yards away from him. The closest guy might have been 4 or 5 yards away. And I just think he thought about it, and there was a little hesitation. He was going to go down and be smart and be safe, but he was like, hold on a second. He drugged that right foot, I believe it was, and then just took off. He's an athlete, and you can't teach that. It's called instincts, and to me it was a heck of a play. And you can watch all the slides through the years. Quarterbacks are getting whacked on those things. So to me, I'd coach our defensive guys to finish the play, and if he goes down, a lot of times we slide over top of him, and it's being a football player. You got to finish the play. There's a thing called a whistle. When the whistle blows, you stop it. Until then, you got to gather up. And if the quarterback slides too late, we've seen guys slide late and get scraped up and tattooed a little bit, and it's part of the game. Again, he never practiced it. It wasn't something we said, hey, today we're going to fake slide. It was a football play, and Kenny Pickett is the best, and that's why he's a champion.
Okay, thanks, guys. Congratulations.